Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I retire intuitively, and today we have January 2024 predictions for all the signs. And definitely do subscribe and hit the notification bell icon. I will be uploading 2024 predictions for all the 12 zodiac signs, so that is definitely coming up. But today, what we are going to be looking at is your January 2024. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Pile number two, we have our Triumphi della Luna tarot deck. And pile number three, we have our Nicoletta Ciccoli tarot. So please take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number one. If you chose Tarot of the Witch's Garden, this is your January 2024 prediction. Okay, pile number one, we have Three of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Temperance, Chariot, Hierophant, and the Empress. So let's just start with the fact that 2023 has been a very busy year for you. I don't think you've really caught a break. And I think January 2024, you're going to be in this energy of finding more balance for yourself, where you're able to still kind of continue putting out the great work that you are doing right now, but also sort of find a balance where you're able to enjoy your own personal life a little more. So I think in January, in all aspects of your life, you will be called upon to seek more balance than you overextending yourself. So I really feel that is the overall message for you for January 2024. And when it comes to love, I don't necessarily see you meeting anyone worthwhile, but I do feel you will be experiencing love in other kind of ways. We do have Three of Cups over here, so you might find love through your friends, through your work, through your colleagues, through new people you meet, but it might not necessarily be romantic love for you. So just be a little open to experiencing love in other kind of ways too, pile number one. I think that's really the message. And when it comes to your finances, 2024 January, I think you really need to have a schedule for yourself as to every month where you can come in and check in with your expenditure, and maybe even keep a note of the money you're making and spending. I think there's a real need for you to get very strategic over here when it comes to money in 2024, because money will come. It might not happen right away. You might not hit a lottery right away, but I do see your diligent hard work, the work that you will be putting in and day out. It is going to eventually lead you to amassing a certain amount of wealth. So there's also a need for you to maybe manage that wealth a little better and to be a little more shrewd with your expenditure. I think that's really the message over here. And it's not just with your money, but I think even with your health, I think you need to have certain rules in place which you can abide to, especially when you really feel like overextending yourself, overspending, or even letting your health go. So I think there's a real need for you to keep in checks and balances so things don't go out of control for you for the rest of 2024. So I think a little more discipline in 2024. January is going to help you a lot to just get your ball rolling smoothly for you for the rest of the year. And I do feel work is going to be very satisfying for you. Like I said, I do feel you have been working very, very hard. So you will find more balance between the kind of work you're doing and even to have a little time with your family, friends, whoever you want to spend that with. And I think in 2024 January, you will be pushed to seek out better for yourself. And that might not always be a very smooth ride. It might entail certain conflicts, but these are the conflicts you need for growth, pile number one. So again, all of this is happening for your own betterment. So don't even for a minute think that things are going against you, because they're not. And I think by the end of January, you'll really be in the energy of being well rested and pushing forward ahead to the next chapter. We do have the Chariot and the Hierophant. So there's a real need for you to also maybe speak to your higher self a little more, take some time out where you can really commune to higher forces in your life, God, whatever you believe in. There's a real need for that. And I think in January, you're also going to be learning that you don't always have to be on the go. You can even wait for things to come to you. And I think you're going to be more open and receptive to that in 2024. And like I said, the overall theme for you is going to be balance. And with balance, I also feel there might be a certain need to maybe cut out certain things, people, places, things, behaviors that are no longer working for you, and definitely try to replace your maybe bad addictions with better addictions that are actually helping you, like maybe working out every day, or being more being more mindful about what you consume, not just food but also the kind of content, everything that you consume. Be a little more on your case about it, because giving yourself the tough love is going to be very beneficial in the long run. So I really feel that is the message for you. And you have nothing to worry. But I would say, again, maybe write things down. If you can write things down in a book, lovely. But even what I do these days is most of the time I'm making notes on my phone. So go into your notes app and have multiple notes open where you can just write down things that are maybe even coming to you, certain ideas, certain projects you want to work on in the future, certain things you would like to take on. So there's a real need for you to even tabulate and maybe write down what you're doing day to day. And just like I said, getting into that, maybe even the habit of journaling. And I know journaling can be very tedious, but you don't have to make it tedious. You can fit it to your own situation. You don't even have to fill a page. You can just write 3 lines. But there's a real need for you to maybe keep a track of the changes you're making, because it's going to be super helpful for you in the future. And it's going to be even extra helpful for you when you feel as if you just cannot keep pushing on anymore. So it's just to remind yourself, by number one. I really feel that's going to be a very important message for you, because like I said, your higher self is already in contact with you, but there's a need for you to listen a little more. Yeah. Okay, by number one, we have your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So like I said, being super mindful about even what you're putting into your own system is going to be very important, because you are creating a brand new life for yourself, and it'll be more beneficial for you if you're a little more mindful about what you're trying to create over here. And that is going to help you. And the cosmic heart reads, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And you don't have to keep waiting for something outside yourself to feel better. You have to make yourself feel better by your day-to-day activities, your sixth house activities, and really being in this diligent energy and just learning to show up every day for yourself. I think if you're just able to do that much in January of 2024, you will truly be undefeatable throughout the year, by number one. So there's a real focus on discipline. There's a real focus on what you really want to achieve over here in the long term. And are you really willing to have that discipline and to keep yourself at your best optimum to sort of do that? And I do feel that will sort of be a challenge for you, but I think the higher the challenge, the better the rewards, right? So the ball is really in your court, by number one. It's really up to you what you want to do, right? Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number. Once again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest on. If you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Triumphi della Luna Tarot, this is your reading on your January 2024 predictions. Okay, pile number 2, we have 4 of Pentacles, we have the Tower, 2 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, the Devil, King of Cups. So let's start with love. I don't really see love for you in January 2024. That doesn't mean you're not going to find love in 2024. And definitely do check out your own zodiac sign readings for 2024, which will be uploaded soon. So definitely subscribe and stay notified for that. But in January, I don't see love. And I would rather be honest with you, pile number 2, than to lie to you. And that's a good thing, because we do have... Sorry, I thought that's 4 of Pentacles. Well, that's 6 of Pentacles. So... But I do think the message still remains that I don't necessarily see new love for you if you're single. But I do feel you will be in a place where you will be called to give love. This could be to people around you. This could be to your clients, your patients, whoever is in your life. You will be called upon to be in a position to give. So I think you need to prepare yourself for that. And know that the more you give, the more you will receive, pile number 2. That is the secret to it. Because you maybe are holding on to things that you don't really need to hold on to. And I think you sort of have to be in the flow of the energy right now of just giving, so you also receive later. So understand that in order for an effect to happen, you sort of have to create the cause, right? So January for you is going to be the month of sowing in the seeds that you want to see come back to you in the future. So whatever you put right now in the soil is going to come back to you. So be very mindful about even the kind of thoughts you're planting, even the kind of feelings you're holding on to. It's going to be very important. You might have a lot of things that might come up to surface, people wronging you, whatever it is. Let it go. Don't hold on to that. Don't take that personally. Take it as a lesson and keep it moving, pile number 2, because that's going to be the most beneficial thing to do for you. And I do feel your finances are not exactly where you wanted them to be. Maybe you are in certain kind of debt, and January for you is sort of like a caution with your finances over here to really realize that maybe you need to be a little more better when it comes to managing your finances, and maybe also you might have to cut certain corners. And I think the main message with your money in January would be to not overspend, to maybe even not give money to other people, because I do feel you might need money in the future for yourself. So be a little careful with your finances in January. Don't overspend, and don't splurge. I think that's really the important message over here. And I do see you being a little burnt out and tired in January. I think, and that could partially be the reason why you're choosing to be indecisive, because I do feel you have been planning to start working out forever, and I don't think you're doing it by number 2, or even if you're doing it, you're being very irregular with it. And I think you need to put your health a little ahead on the priority list, especially in January, because the kind of habits you will be having in January is going to carry forward with you throughout the rest of the year. So don't be frozen when it comes to your health. Maybe get that checkup, get certain testings, whatever it is required for you. Please take that necessary action with your health. That's also a very important message over here. And I do think you will be very independent in 2024 January. I think you're going to be by yourself, and I think you're going to feel fulfilled and complete with yourself. You're not going to feel as needy and desperate. And even if you have those moments, it's okay, accept it and let them go, because right now is not the time for you to maybe be in a partnership for you, pile number 2, but right now really is the time for you to maybe stand up in your own power and really sort of command your own kingdom over here. And like I said, we do have Queen of Swords, so I don't see love necessarily. And I think you might feel very alone. You might feel as if no one gets you. Maybe you're just working in and out, not exactly getting a lot of incentive or praise. But you don't need that right now, pile number 2. You might have some messages in pile number 1. But pile number 2, you don't need other people and their validation right now. Whatever makes you feel fulfilled and complete, pile number 2, it's going to come from within you. So please don't, even for a minute, think that you need other people in January 2024. You don't. And like I said, you might feel very alone. You might feel as if you have a lot of burdens. A lot of your addictions might also resurface. So be a little mindful with that and be a little gentle with yourself, and know that you're collaborating with spirit over here. And you do have help on the other side, even if you cannot see it. I know you can feel it. So feel into that a little more, pile number 2. You're very, very intuitive. And I do feel by the end of January, I think you're going to be in your King of Cups energy. You will have really mastered the realm of your emotions. You're going to be clearing out a lot of this debris, which is just making you feel very heavy. It's maybe holding you down. It's not exactly serving you and your highest good. So you will be letting go of a lot of things that are no longer working for you, and you're not going to be frozen as much. You're going to take more action towards where you really need to go and where you need to be, and you're not going to be as stuck. So 2024 January for you is going to be a real time for you to maybe reevaluate certain things, see what you want to continue with, what you want to let go of, and make those necessary adjustments, and then charge ahead. And right now, standing alone is your power. You don't need people right now, pile number 2. I'm really repeating myself, but I really feel that is the core message over here. And like I said, you are maybe even taking on to a lot of burdens. Maybe you have very bad boundaries. So just working on those things, really tending to your garden in whatever way your garden requires it, and showing up and doing that work is going to be very beneficial for you. And it's best that you keep your own counsel. Know that you will get the messages you need. You don't really need to even talk to people to feel better right now. You don't need that right now, pile number 2. I really want you to stand up and be in your powerful energy, because you will be able to do that, and I think the more you do that, the higher your perceptiveness will get, the more your intuition will get strengthened. So really have faith in your own conviction and have faith in what you're trying to achieve over here. And that will make you very unstoppable over here, pile number 2. I really feel that. But you already know what you need to do. So you better act upon it than to be frozen and to procrastinate and dilly-dally and push it for the next day. The sooner you are on top of things, the sooner you have self-control and control over things in your life, the better position you will be in your life to maybe even take inspired action that is going to be really helpful for you than again wasting your energy. So efficiency and learning how to be the most efficient version of yourself in 2023, 2024 January is going to be very helpful for you, which I do think you might have really learned in 2023. And I think you're just sort of mastering that skill finally. Yeah. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 2, we have the star ancestors. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. So like I said, you really have to connect with yourself and connect with your higher self. A lot of y'all might even be called upon to look at the stars in the night, so please do that. Connect to the Orion's belt. It's very visible right now in the night sky. It's the most easiest constellation to spot in the night sky. So definitely do that. And I do feel there's a sense of you taking flight. There is a sense of you taking flight in 2024, but it might not happen right away. But in January, it's very important that you really take this time to strengthen your wings. So when it's your time to fly, you will be ready and you will have enough stamina to keep going on and on. Because once you start, you will not be able to stop, pile number 2. That is also an important message right now. So really rest, really recuperate, really take your time off and come back to yourself so you can show up and be the best version of yourself. I think that's really important. And we have 𝐉𝐻𝐻𝐻, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Like I said, you are entering a brand new chapter in your life. You will be renewed, you will be rejuvenated. You are shedding skin right now and you don't need anyone right now. Even if you might feel as if you need someone, you don't. And I think once you're able to overcome that, once you're able to overcome your own deep emotions and gain mastery over that, I think you will truly be invincible in 2024. I really feel that's the message. And the more difficult things are for you to do, the higher the stake is over here. Pile number 2, please understand that. Yeah. But you are entering a portal over here. And you are shifting to a higher timeline for yourself, which you truly deserve. Because you have been putting in the work and what you put right now is what you're going to get back. So just put in the best. Pile number 2. I think that's really the important message over here. Don't forget why you started doing what you're doing in the first place. We get very weary when the journey gets very tedious and the roads just have no end. But understand that it's okay to rest and then get back on the road. And that's what you really need. You have to think about sustenance and maintenance than just burning yourself out, pile number 2. Yeah, so you've really got this. That's really the message. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the 𝐿𝐻𝐻𝐿 Tarot, this is your reading on what can you expect in January 2024. Okay, pile number 3, we have Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Moon, Ten of Wands, King of Wands, and we have the Temperance. So let's start with love. I think you will have more clarity on the kind of person you want to be with. And I think even if you're with someone, you will have more clarity on where you stand with your partner. And there might be some bittersweet experiences that you might have. So be a little aware of that. That might happen for you in January 2024. But it's just only going to bring you closer to the truth. It's going to only bring you closer to really realizing whether you want to be with this person or not. And if you're single, again, I don't necessarily see new love, but I do see you maybe falling in love with yourself a little more and maybe giving yourself the nurturing that you're really maybe seeking elsewhere. And when it comes to your money, I think you really have to ask yourself, how do you want to make money in 2024? I think you really have to answer that for yourself. And for a lot of y'all, I do feel you will be more called to make money through your skills, through your gifts, through your mind, through your creativity, through your art, than maybe following something streamlined over here. And that is what this sort of a deeper call you will be experiencing in January 2024, because you just realize you just cannot keep going on the way you have been living. Pile number 3. That's really an important message over here. And with your health, I don't see anything bad, but I do see your emotional health and your mental health being a little sensitive, so you might have to work around that. Maybe really tend to that, and please go for therapy if that's really required at your end. You would know best. So definitely get professional help if that's what you need. And you will be triggered. That's what I'm picking up. You will be triggered, but I think these triggers are only happening so you can heal these deeper things that you have been pushing under the rug, because you have been pushing a lot of things under the rug, pile number 3, and it's showtime now. You sort of have to face the music. And this is also going to help you maybe clear up things for you that are really weighing you down, and you're not even realizing why certain things are maybe not happening for you, and all the while you're maybe keeping yourself down, you're keeping yourself stuck. So there's a real need for you to let go of things emotionally and sort of release that emotional charge that you're holding on to things. That's a very important message for my pile number 3s over here. And it's very interesting. We do have the Moon card on top of the King of Pentacles card. So you will really know who is for you, who is not for you. Even your frenemies will be highlighted. People that you need to let go of will also be highlighted. So don't hesitate. Really cut those people out once you get the clear image. And people, they really show you their true color. So be a little mindful. I do feel moon cycles might also play a very important role for you in January 2024. So be a little mindful of the moon cycles. But I do feel with work, you will be getting a lot of opportunities. But opportunities are very limited, and they're only there for a limited amount of time. And you sort of have to seize the opportunity. You cannot keep waiting for a better opportunity. So you have to be very on point with your discernment to really realize whether this opportunity is for you or not. Because like I said, you sort of have to seize the opportunity. You sort of have to make something out of it. Otherwise, it'll just be waste. So really showing up and being the best version of yourself, and then really being a little level-headed and being a little calm, and then making the decision that you need to make in order to grow is going to be super beneficial for you and helpful for you. And you will be able to ride the wave whenever required at your end. So expect a lot of spontaneous things to happen for you, a lot of things just coming into alignment, maybe at the last time, even at the last minute. And that is exactly what you need to sort of go ahead. So you are getting help from the other side, pile number 3, to really get to where you need to be. So even ask for help if that is really required at your end. And I think what you need to come back to is, you need to come back to the drawing board. You need to come back to really enjoying what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, and really immersing yourself in the mundane, everyday activities. Even if it's very difficult for you to do, it's really important that you learn to be present, you learn to be a little mindful, and you show up and do your best work on a daily basis. Even the most mundane things that we switch off and do, right? So just being a little present at your end, and really putting in that effort to really be mindful and present is going to be so rewarding for you in the future. You might not even realize it right away. So there's a real need for you to do that. And I do feel you're holding on to a lot of things that you don't need to hold on to. Maybe you have very bad at boundaries, and I feel everything is just sort of crashing down on you. But I do feel that is exactly the kind of tower you need for your growth to happen, for you to learn your lessons. So it's really up to you whether you want to learn your lesson now, or do you want things to get a little more difficult, pile number 3. So that's really up to you. But having said that, I do feel that this is my pile of natural born leaders, and you're supposed to go through a certain amount of difficulty if you're going to be a leader someday. Pile number 3, please understand this. You cannot have the gain without the pain, right? So understand that even everything happening to you right now is just preparing you for the bigger things that are about to come into your life. And this is also helping you teach you how to strike balance whenever required, and to not overgive yourself, not overdo yourself, but still show up and do your best work. So really finding that balance about where you decide how much you want to give yourself to other people and how much you want to keep to yourself is really in your hands. And you don't owe anyone anything, pile number 3. I really need to say that. The more you take charge of things, the more you take charge of your situation, no matter how bad things get, and you don't let things spiral out in January, you will truly be invincible in 2024. It's almost like you're starting the year with a test, but this is the test you need for your growth. This is exactly what you need to sort of step into your highest potential. So understand that there would be no pearls without the irritants, right? There would be no pearls without sand getting in that oyster. So the pressure does create diamonds, and you are the diamond over here, pile number 3. And it's not fun, it's not easy, it's not something most people can even tolerate, but you can. You're built different, pile number 3, and I think that's what you need to realize about yourself over here. And you will be transforming, everything said and done. You will be becoming a better version of yourself, a higher version of yourself. You will be more in touch with your own divinity, your own purity, your own innocence. You will really be coming home to yourself in every sense of the word. And this is exactly what you sort of need for your growth, pile number 3. So don't even for a minute doubt that. And I do feel this pile has a lot of Pisces placements. You do have your head in the clouds, and that is amazing. You can use your daydreaming to manifest things, but in order to even manifest things, you sort of again have to show up and do the work, right? And the more you're able to step into that, step into more of your 6th house Virgo energy, that's going to be super beneficial for you. So even if you start something in January, make sure you're seeing it through to the end, and you're not giving up halfway. Don't burn yourself out. You're not a meteor. You're supposed to be the sun, pile number 3. That's the energy you want to be in. You want to sustain the momentum you're creating for yourself. You don't want to burn out. Yeah, I feel that's the core message for you in 2023. Shuffle some oracle. We have a new earth, pile number 3. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So you are at the precipice of something very grand and something brand new for yourself. And not everyone has the vision you do. So you're being really called on to hold on to that and know that what you have been promised will be delivered to you, but you sort of have to hold your end of the bargain too. And how you can do that right now is to show up and do your best work every day. To really be diligent with whatever you choose to do right now, because that will come back to you. So really give it your all. Know that you are in this creatrix energy. Whatever you think right now is going to manifest for you. So do it a little more mindfully, do it a little more consciously, and you will truly be unstoppable over here. And there's a real need for you to maybe even visit water bodies. If you can be around water, if nothing, just go and take a shower. You really need to connect with the element of water. That's going to help you get the answers you need. And like I said, the clarity you want will only come to you once you sort of step into your true role and position. And I'm just realizing that what I thought was Ace of Swords is actually Queen of Swords. But I do feel the message still implies, and I do feel you are being forced right now to step into your power, pile number 3. It's really important that you step into your power right now and know that your strength lies in you being alone. You don't need people. If you have anyone around you, they will pull you down. Mark my words, pile number 3. So this is a test. This is an initiation. This is to see whether you can really handle bigger things. And you definitely can. So there's a real need for you to do your best in this test. And know that everything will come back to you tenfold. So really give it your all and give it your best. Yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's really the most important message over here. And you're more blessed than you know, pile number 3. I really want you to realize that, and just showing a little more gratitude is going to help you go the long way. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3's against the channel reading. So please take what resonates, save the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.